Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Wednesday. This is episode 4 of the first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. And if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. Now I know people are actually enjoying Wednesday because Netflix have released figures to show that Wednesday has accumulated the most watched hours of a season in history for an English speaking show. Now that is crazy considering that obviously Stranger Things season 4 was released and everybody knows the hype around that. It's so good as well. It's actually an amazing show. I've got to hold my hands up and say it's great. And the fact is their episodes was like 90 minutes to like 120 long, really long. So the fact that this is beating it in watched hours is crazy. It's mad statistics. Now I've got to say though, up until this point it's been decent, but I don't think it's been best, you know, watched show for Netflix in my personal opinion. But we also have to wait for the season to finish before actually concluding. You can't judge at the start, you got to judge when it's finished. Prime example is Game of Thrones. That's probably like one of the best shows ever made. Up until the last season it was like a 10 out of 10. Go into the last season, it dips the ratings. It has to. It affects the whole story. Do you know what I'm saying? So up until this point, it's been very good. I'm interested. I'm liking the flashbacks that Wednesday is having. She's acquiring information. She said something like, you know, her ancestor was in the past. We got like Rowan, who's kind of like in the present, and the Beast in the present or something. Basically, she was talking about the past, future, and present. There's like 3 connections, and she's trying to figure out what it all has in store and how they all intertwine with each other. And like I said, I'm really enjoying the stories that when she goes into the flashbacks and acquires information. She went last episode into a vision where she's seen Crackstone. He was the founder of Jericho, and in this vision she was you know, she was witnessing him gathering up all of these supernaturals, all the people that he decided was like witches and you know, spawns of Lucifer, he was saying, and he wanted to kill them all. He was throwing them all in this house and he burnt them all down. She managed to escape one of the Adams, but again it's very interesting to see because she again spoken to Wednesday. She grabbed her and she kind of like woke up in the present, but in the episode before that Wednesday seen her again and you know, she said to her that you are the key. So it's very interesting. I also like the fact that her roommate, she's supposed to have a date with the guy, you know, with the dreads, but he ended up looking in the mirror and turning himself to stone, which obviously sent her a bit crazy. She was upset. She thought she was stood up. She started slashing up a school bus. But again, I really enjoying it, to be honest, and I think her and Wednesday work really well together. So I want to see more of that storyline. I want to see them together, having friendships, having a bit of banter. You know, the kid who was eating the fudge, who works with the bees, she explained to him that, well, he explained that he's not really had many friends, and she explained that she sees her little brother in him, who stresses her out, but she also tries to protect him, and she does love him. So you can see the little connections being made, so it's really interesting. Like I said, the flashbacks have been really good. The police now know that it's not a bear that's attacking everybody because somebody was attacked in the woods who managed to take some pictures, which they've actually seen now, and they got it printed out. So they do know it's some supernatural creature that's doing it. And then we're trying to guess who's actually involved, and who is it? You know, is it Tyler? Is it the sheriff's son? I've been saying it's him, but I've had no real evidence to prove that. But I just feel like he's got a bigger part to play, or it could be Xavier. Do you know what I mean? We've heard as well that he's not as nice as he possibly is being portrayed by a couple of characters. And also he did turn up after the monster arrived in the woods when Wednesday was trying to follow it. Do you know, when it transitioned from obviously being a supernatural into a human. Quick, mate, the guy turned up and he had an umbrella and he was speaking to her and he said, look mate, I text Rowan, and he replied back that he didn't want to go skiing the same as last year, but we didn't actually go skiing. I set him up. And you know, my dad also had visions just like yourself, and you know, from his expertise point of view, don't trust everything that you know, you've seen them. They're not always real. So he's throwing in information. I don't know if it's good or bad or not, but at the end of the episode, he did lock up like a shed or something, come out, and he had like blood on his neck. So I don't know if that's showing that he was in the woods attacking that guy. No idea, mate, but I'm very excited to find out. So thanks for checking into today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into episode 4 of season 1 of Wednesday.
Dr. Kinbot tells me I should get out more. Says I need to open my mind to new people and experiences.
Well, I do the autopsy. You find the files of the monster's other victims and make copies.
Proper asset, innit? Thing. Proper asset.
Lacerations and defensive wounds appear on both hands. Subject's left foot is
Foot's been, yeah, foot's been
appears
ravaged.
to have been chewed off at the ankle.
The interesting thing is, though, if you hide, sometimes you can acquire info.
No problem, Sheriff.
Look, it's in there. At the toe as well. Big toe.
Killer cut off 2 toes from the victim's left foot. See yourself out. I'll lock up. I don't remember this one coming in. You've been dead a while. Guess you won't mind waiting another day for me to get you open.
Yo, that's funny that. I did enjoy that scene actually at the start when, you know, Enid first met her and she's like, "You're looking a little pale." And the dad's like, "Yeah, don't worry, it's Wednesday." She's always looking half dead. Yo, that's interesting though, that it's chopped off its foot and then scrammed 2 toes. Don't know what's going on there.
Thinking I may have made an unsanctioned trip to the county morgue to copy the files of the monster's victims. Turns out, all of the monster's victims have had body parts surgically removed. Do you understand what this means? His murders aren't mindless. He's collecting trophies like a seasoned serial killer. It's quite impressive, actually.
Tweaked my back fencing.
I know you're all excited about Saturday, which is why I haven't assigned any homework. But
Aren't you pumped about disco balls and spiked punch?
Are we gonna get a dance?
I'll probably do that anyway. We need to do this. Xavier didn't get those scratches from fencing.
He's not even chained it up this time. Last episode he did. See, he's through it.
Xavier, you just became that much more interesting.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Ask him to the
I wanted
dance.
To go over Miss Thornhill's homework assignment.
She didn't give us homework. Why are you really out here?
If this was my chance to get up close and personal with a potential serial killer, how could I refuse? Would you go to the dance with me?
Yes, Wednesday. I would love to go to the dance with you. But you'd never ask.
It's like he did last episode when she was buzzing that he asked.
Wednesday Adams is going to the Raven. You need something that screams, first dates, stand back bitches, I have arrived, and I know just the place.
Well, I have more pressing business than to worry about a stupid dress for a dance I don't even want to attend.
I do love dances. I actually do love them. They make a great episode.
Are you collecting more exotic trinkets for your office?
Those are souvenirs from my travels. Are you going to the Raven this weekend?
I'm not required to answer your questions out in the wild. We both know that there's a monster out there. If we're going to stop it, I think it's time we both put our differences aside and began to work together.
Let me see that sketch again.
Looks exactly like it, mate. Literally identical.
Person who drew this. That your suspect? When you bring me some concrete evidence, maybe we'll talk.
See, what could be is that, I know I'm fixated on it possibly being either Xavier or Tyler, but like, if they're friends, then it could be that he's trying to stop him. Do you know what I mean? So like, if I knew my friend was the killer, I'd do everything I can to try and like, reduce the amount of people they kill and try and stop them, kind of like in Teen Wolf when obviously the full moon's coming and he straps him, you know, Styles straps him to the radiator because he doesn't want him to go out and attack people, so he's there and he's willing to get attacked himself, isn't there, just to prevent everybody else. And that could be the same, like he could be doing something to try and stop Tyler from maybe transforming, and he might get slashed and cut himself, kind of like when a cat attacks you. So I don't know, that could be a possibility. I have no idea, but right now my suspects are them two, and until we get more info, you know, I'm gonna rock with that one.
Is it okay if I talk to Enid?
Don't worry. I can handle him.
I'm
Lucas Walker, Mayor's son. Recently split from Jericho High's cheer captain Chrissy Smothers. Cubernet who really needs to rethink her spray tan.
So why are you sitting here, Lucas Walker?
You must want something.
Maybe we can help each other out.
Don't want to ask what trouble you're in now.
Nothing I can't handle.
You guys have the Raven coming out this weekend, right?
Actually, I was forced to ask someone as an act of self-preservation. Xavier,
I mean, call me crazy, Wednesday, but you keep giving me these signals.
it's not my fault I can't interpret your emotional Morse code.
Am I in the more than friend zone or just a pawn in some game you're playing?
I did think he was a pawn in the game though, but she might have fell for him a little bit.
One word.
I assume this is the creature that's been rampaging in the woods. Claimed a bear was on the loose, which I knew was a lie.
Like me and you were different. We're original thinkers, intrepid outliers in this vast cesspool of adolescence. Sketches are the closest thing I have to a lead right now to try and stop this thing.
I think I know where that is.
Like Vecna, that. It actually does.
It's definitely a match.
Not a huge fan of enclosed spaces.
If you hear me screaming bloody murder, there's a good chance I'm just enjoying myself.
Just reminds me of Teen Wolf and Vampire Diaries when they chain the wolves up. What is that? Why is the guy not locking this up? If it was so like secret, why is it just open for anyone to walk in?
What the hell are you doing?
How do you know what the monster looks like?
Oh, what, you think it's me? This creature's been haunting my dreams for the past couple weeks. Come in here and paint it. When I was painting this one, the claws reached out of the canvas and took a swipe at me. You were in here. Before, when I caught you outside. That's the only reason you asked me to the Raven, isn't it? You are unbelievable.
It's nothing personal.
No, it never is with you, is it? I mean, do you even care about anyone or anything at all, Wednesday?
That's the claw of the monster, and that's a dried blood sample from a potential suspect. Run the DNA test and see if they match.
I'm sorry, do I work for you?
You asked for concrete evidence. That's it.
She'd be a sick detective though, wouldn't she? Because she just loves that type of stuff.
You know, I figured since neither you nor I have a date to the dance,
We should go together.
I was going to suggest we stalk out the cave and identify the monster.
Hey, let's finger out in the story instead.
Gorgeous. Welcome to this year's Raven.
Yo, before we go in there, right? He's back now. He obviously he returned to stone last episode, but now he's back here, and it's not even been addressed. Enid's not said that she was mad that she was left, you know, stood up, and obviously he's not come and said sorry, you know, that he left her there. Now that disappoints me a little bit because obviously she was really excited to obviously match up with him. In all episodes, she was trying to get him to ask her out, and then, you know, I'll accept the fact that he turned himself to stone and it was accidental, so I'm not like mad at you for that happening, but I'm kind of like sad that like it's not been, you know, raised in the show since then. We've kind of like just moved on. It looked like he's turning up with somebody else. Now who's Enid actually going with? Is she going with that pilgrim guy, the one that Wednesday's beat up 2 times pretty much? Is he coming to that? And then why does he want to be involved in the Raven dance? This is what I was trying to think of in the episode. Like, is this Raven dance part of you know, the school Nevermore's supernatural community sort of dance, or can the normies come into it as well? Because it seems like a couple of them want to. And to be honest, I thought it was called Raven, like Raven, but it's rave, like and dance, which is pretty sick actually. Raven dance. I like that name. It's really clever. That looks so sick. I say it every time, but my school had nothing like this.
I'm coming, Eugene.
Hey.
Got your invite for our last conversation. I wasn't sure if I'd even get to speak to you again. I mean, your note was so genuine, sweet.
Genuine and sweet? How could you do this to me?
Did she buy that dress, or has he bought it? 5-finger discount.
5-finger discount, of course.
Yes.
I mean it, Wednesday. You look beautiful.
Wednesday, what's going on? Guess I'll check out the woods myself.
Don't go alone. It's too dangerous.
Don't go alone, lad.
Together tomorrow night, understood?
Yeti teeny? Yeah. Oh, sorry, let me fix that.
I thought that was you. Does your mood have to do with a certain pigtailed goth girl? She's not here. We are. So no more talking about Wednesday Addams.
Yo, check it out.
Wednesday Addams. What a lovely surprise.
Yeah, double cap, no foam, 2 pumps of sugar-free vanilla.
It's a small town.
Lucas is trying to make his ex jealous. I'm trying to make Ajax jealous. It's a win-win.
Can't believe you brought him.
Why are you bringing this up?
Because you don't know what he did to me.
I'm so sorry about your pants. Are those the playoffs? Who's winning, the Penguins or the Ducks?
You follow pro hockey?
Lifelong Sharks fan. You up for getting down?
Yeah.
All right, but why does it always happen, man? It actually does my head in that people who like invite somebody somewhere to embarrass them, take the mick out of them, not ruin somebody's night. I never understood. I never will. Not my personality. The fact that somebody else gets joy and satisfaction over somebody else's pain. Never understand that. These guys clearly tried it twice already this season. Wednesday's embarrassed them. They obviously want to go 3rd time's a charm, try and get in there, be lucky. Now, speaking about lucky, I'm hoping that you're lucky, Eugene, going to this place and hopefully the monster isn't there, because I'm thinking it might be somebody at that, you know, the school dance. So if you're here, you might be safe, but now it's here in the dark and it's creepy and she told you not to go. I'm thinking that something's going to go downhill and I don't want that to happen, mate. But what I do want to happen is that I want some dancing and some connections being built at the school dance, because that is the best, mate. Bust a tune on, get a couple of dance moves out, gets everybody going. They're the best ones.
No movement at the cave, no sign of the target. I just heard a rare club-horned grasshopper.
Mad, that guy. What's Xavier just told him?
Mountain Air or the Yeti teenies that got to you?
Xavier told me what you did last year. How you and your friends assaulted him and destroyed his mural on Outreach Day.
Could have made things a lot worse for me, but he didn't. Sent away to this boot camp and realized that's not the version of myself I want to be.
Did you think I was going to judge you over some lousy prank? I would have taken it further.
I was in a swimming pool. I may have done a little digging on you after we met.
I turned into a teenage cougar mud.
It is a TikTok dance everyone's doing.
I'll be right back.
Oh, he's going to get his mates.
Take off your amulet and make me forget about it.
You broke up with me because you thought I was manipulating you with my siren song.
Do it. Well done. Right, you see what I mean, right? One little dance there, what did last for 1 minute or something. It was entertaining, it was fun. That is definitely the dance that everybody's doing on TikTok. It's not that tune that's on the background, but people have got a different one on. But the dance that she was doing and whatever, she's swinging her arms like this, it's decent. People are talented. I liked it. I love anything that's dance related and singing. If anybody got any shows that's not either a High School Musical, I've seen it, you know what I mean, Ugly, seen that. You know, any of like the Hannah Montana stuff, all the olden days, obviously Lizzie McGuire age. I've seen all them. So like, I'm proper into like musicy stuff. Any sick shows out there, let us know, mate. I love it. I hope the mate comes out and says don't, but he's going to open the door for them, innit?
I'll do it. Move. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Potential suspect has arrived at location.
It's not them at the school, is it? It's just wipes her. I don't know now.
I didn't see you and Xavier on the dance floor.
We had a little tiff about you. You don't know what it's like, never knowing people's true feelings. That's why Xavier broke up with me. You can never fully trust me. You're lucky. You don't care what people think of you.
Honestly, I wish I cared a little more.
So hold out on the dance floor one last time.
This is a tune. This is like a proper gym workout song. Are they going to turn the sprinklers on? Is it going to spray some shit down on him?
They couldn't even spring for real pig's blood, only paint.
We bump into her?
Are you okay?
Eugene is in the woods.
You did this? I can't believe I fell for your crap.
Wolf out. Wolf out. Get away from her.
I didn't even want to go with him. I wanted to go with you. You blew me off the other night and you never told me why.
Too embarrassed to tell you, but I accidentally looked in the mirror and kind of stoned myself.
Yes. See, I'm happy that that's been addressed. It was stressing me out a little bit that we got all the way to this point and no. And they both went with separate dates without even confronting each other. And I said at the time when he stoned himself that she probably would be accepting if he said, stone myself, you know. Because it's one of them things that's like, with that type of thing, it will happen from time to time. You're not always 100% not going to look in the mirror. Do you know what I mean? So I'm glad that, well, she's got what she wanted, innit, mate? She's making out with him now. Why is she on a Todd? Why has no one followed her?
Over here.
Why? I bet I killed him. Blood did splatter. I'll be fuming, mate. She was so close.
Is he alive?
You better had be. Again, man, who is it? Like, I feel like this teacher as well is part of... I don't know, man. I've got to say, this show is done well at guessing. It's like guess.com. Who is it? I'm floating around everybody's name. Do you know what I mean? In the end, you either get it right and you're like, well, I can't even have credit because I've named every member of the cast. Or you can name everybody and leave one out and it's that one sole person that you've not even mentioned. But it is interesting. I had two prime suspects coming into this episode all the way through. They were still it until the very end there. Until, obviously, the Raven dance, until the paint come. Both of them were still at that dance when he was out there. So, I had a suspect of Xavier and Tyler. I thought it was going to be one of them two. Turns out I don't think it's an either. Because he's gone out into the woods. He's doing his own little mission because obviously, I don't know, he wants to show that he can be independent. She said that, don't go today on your own. You know, I'll go tomorrow, even though he was supposed to go today. But he's turned up. Thing tried to do a good thing and obviously give her a bit of fun for the night, which she done a dance and people was kind of like getting towards it, turn heads as well. She looked good in the dress, looked like she was having fun, to be honest. And he's gone out there and he's been killed. Now, the interesting thing is who's turned up at that cave. That's another question that we need to be asking, because we know that she's gone in, she's found that claw, and obviously she's found a bit of blood that he stabbed himself with Xavier after being cut, isn't it, when she went into that paint house, and she took it to the sheriff and he's ran a DNA sample. Well, she's asked him to. Now, again, she never had to disclose the location of where that is, and so I'm kind of ruling him out of the person that would set it on fire, and I don't know why he would set it on fire if it was him anyway. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. And then obviously it can't be the two lads that I was just saying because they was at the dance. Now, there has been certain situations where people have been talking and somebody may overhear conversations and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like when Eugene was saying to her, I thought was going to the caves in the woods. Who was around in the vicinity? Because that's outspoken. I said at the time, maybe he's just heard, you know, maybe she's going into the woods, so he knows that they're kind of watching him. But maybe somebody else was there. When it does get revealed who this monster is, I would like it to show them in the present, and then we get loads of flashbacks where they've been stood there and they've been in a room where someone's talking and they've acquired something, or they've been here and at the dance and heard them, and you could see how, oh, okay, they knew that he was at the cave, so that's why they blew it up. They've acquired the information here and they've done it there. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, that teacher last episode, she went down into the society, into the old library where the society was. She clicked her fingers. Now, she's a normie, so how does she know how to do that? How does she know that it's down there? You know, is she a normie or is she not? Is she playing it off? You know what I mean? And why was she the only one that ran out with Wednesday into the woods then? She did say that he was in trouble. She had a vision. Not too sure who she bumped into, to be honest. I think everybody was just kind of bouncing around, you know, because of the paint and everyone was running away. And she hit them, she had a vision, she knew that he was in danger and she'd gone. And nobody followed. That's what I mean. Like, I was saying then when she ran through the woods, why is she on her own? And I'm pretty wounded. To be honest, I'm wounded that he's dead. Like, actually, I'm gutted that guy's dead. I like Eugene. So, yeah, that is the question is, why is it killing people and leaving Wednesday? Twice that he's seen Wednesday and not touched her. Interesting. Okay, and that's going to wrap up today's episode. Good episode. I did enjoy it. You know, like I was saying earlier on, I love anything that involves a dance, a masquerade ball, some sort of singing. I love musical episodes. We didn't get a lot of it here, let's be honest. We had a small little bit, but made me smile. I liked it. It reminded me of the TikTok dances that have been going around. Now I know where it's coming from. It's a different tune that was displayed in this show than I see on the TikTok videos, but it's good, mate. I can see where the references and the connections going. So not only is this show having like the most watched hours and people are enjoying it and it's smashing like records, but it's also having a ripple effect like on social media and people are following, doing dances. Seeing a lot of people doing the cosplay. Really good. You can't really ask for more, can you? If you was Netflix, it's definitely going to get renewed for season 2. I mean, actually, I have no idea how the season ends, to be honest, but I'm assuming that it's open-ended, that they can go into a new storyline because it is literally taken off. And yeah, I thought it was interesting. Like I said, I thought my two main suspects was Xavier and obviously Tyler, and then that seems to be wipes now. I have no idea who it could possibly be. I thought it was interesting that he was saying in the episode that, you know, he's been having visions, and what he's been doing is he's been dreaming, he's been coming in, he's been drawing them. And that is why, like, the whole shed, pretty much, that we've seen him in, is just full of it all over the place. And I was saying, it'd be interesting because we did see, and, you know, I would like it to be a little bit more utilised. Otherwise, the fact that when he showed her that he could draw and he lifted the spider out and it crawled across the table before she, like, slapped it, would have just been, I don't know, just a little bit of an effect that he was doing to try to impress her. But he kind of mentioned it here in the episode that he was drawing, and then it kind of come out of the painting and kind of like, you know, like slashed his neck, and that's where he got the cut from, which is good. It's good explanation. We addressed it kind of pretty much instantly. At first, you seen it, she didn't say anything. I was like, it's kind of good because, you know, she would have revealed that she was kind of looking into something, and like she can kind of like see it as suspicious and kind of track him and see him, and that's what she done to me. She found that place. Now he thought that she was there to ask him to the dance, which she actually did do. Then obviously later when he caught her in the act again and confronted she ended up saying, look, she was there to inquire, you know, about what's going on and trying to gather information. They ended up not going to the dance together, and he's gone with his old girlfriend, Bianca. And the fact is, yeah, I would say to her, just leave him. I understand that you really, really want to be with somebody, but, like, it's not good, is it, that, like, you hardcore want to be with somebody and they don't show you the affection that you want back. It's not a good mix. Do you know what I mean? Like, so maybe they get that, but the fact is, you know what I mean, if he's asking you to wipe my memories of kind of you know, Wednesday so that we're kind of sound just me and you, that's not a great sign, is it? Let's be honest. Like, it's kind of like, yeah, you're second best, I didn't get what I want, so I'll just accept us two now. I'm glad that she didn't actually use her powers, and it was kind of double standards as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm mad at you when we broke up because I don't know if you use your powers on me, but now I'm sad and I need you to use them for my benefit. Nah, don't work that way, mate, literally. So it's good that she actually, you know, didn't do that. And I liked the conversation that she had with Wednesday after, you know, like when he went out and had a little break. I also thought it was interesting that he tried to, I don't know, kind of throw Tyler under the bus, saying that, you know, he'd done a prank and it kind of hurt his feelings last summer, you know, destroyed his memorial on the wall. It's pretty tight, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, it's tight. But, like, somebody of Wednesday's personality, I was surprised that she actually cared about that. But then she turned out, she said, like, mate, I didn't actually care. You know, I would have gone actually further and deeper. I would have rubbed it in even more. And he was like, yeah, like throwing piranhas in the pool. And he was like, yeah, you might have done your research on me. I've done a little bit of digging on you. Now, again, I was wondering why the normies wanted to come to the school, to be honest. I knew that it was kind of like their school dance, at the supernatural school, and they went, and I was trying to figure out, and obviously Enid was saying that she was trying to make him jealous, he was trying to make his old girlfriend jealous as well, and they've come, and obviously they've pulled this prank. Now, everybody, again, have gone OTT with the reactions. It's like last episode when that statue blew up. The whole town was running, like, bombs had just blew up all over the place. Now, I understand the bomb kind of did blow up, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just thought the reaction last episode was, like, well over the top, just for, like, the little statue catching fire. And again here, everybody screaming, running, it was all falling, it was like it was all dying, getting attacked, you know what I mean? And it was just paint, it wasn't even blood, do you know what I mean? She was like, could have at least used pig's blood. I thought it was going to be wine or something, so it stained everything, you know, all of the clothes, because it was all white, all of the furniture, all of the ornaments. But no, mate, just a bit of paint, still going to do some damage, but no need for that mad reaction. But I've got to say, Enid got what she wanted, mate. She got the make out. She kissing him. He said that, look, the reason why I stood you up, he told her the truth. I kind of turned myself to stone, which I said is acceptable as well for a person who actually can turn themselves to stone. I was surprised that it took so long in the episode for that to be addressed, and I'm glad that it's done. But I've got to say, I'm disappointed that Eugene's died. I really liked his connection with, obviously, Wednesday and how it's been progressing. And, you know, he was trying to help her. He felt like part of the crew. She said he was like his little brother. Do you know what I mean? So I'm kind of sad to see him go. Because he wanted to be with Enid as well. Do you know what I mean? He said that I got that 1% chance that I'm never going to give up. And he was like trying to give her the honey this episode. So yeah, I'm actually pretty sad that he's died. But again, that teacher who clicked, opened a staircase, the normie, turned up, the only one in the woods, to see him obviously dead. And we've also seen earlier in the episode when she went to the morgue that he's had a foot cut off, 2 toes taken, and she said that she's finding a pattern that other things from other bodices are kind of being taken as kind of like trophies. Kind of like Dexter does with his blood sides. This person, whoever it is, the monster, is collecting body parts. So again, that is going to be interesting to find out who it is and why. So thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.